Hello friends, and welcome to the 12 days of crafting Advent. I'm your friendly Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator Susanne here, and today is day 9. Literally, this was a nightmare to edit, so this video is coming out late, but I love you all, so I'm here for it. I'm opening up number 9. I wonder what it is. Well, I know what it is. I keep on saying that. So this is some ephemera and some memories and more cards. So I love the way Stampin' Up! Is incorporating scrapbooking and memory keeping. I don't have a ton of, well, I don't have any kids. I just have the cats. So sometimes my scrapbooks would be a little boring because let me tell you, the kitties kind of only, they sleep under blankets and that's they sleep. Sometimes Molly picks on Quinn. Did you know that Quinn, the crafting kitty, is only 3 legs? And he's been diagnosed with asthma, so we've been dealing with that. He has to be on a little puffer. But yeah, so oh, my life is so fun. I suppose I could make a scrapbook about the inhaler and how we have to train little Quinn to breathe into it. He holds his breath, the little jerk. Anyway. Moving on. So this is the ephemera. I showed you the papers and this is the ephemera. So ephemera just means like little extra bits and bobs. And it's, I'm thinking it is more of a mixed media term. Maybe card makers wouldn't use it, but it is kind of nice. It does help to decorate. So we're going to make 4 cards today. And if you are watching till the end, you're going to really get a lot of stills and you're going to tell me which one you like the best because these are all kind of the same but different. So this one has Misty Moonlight card base. And that one was just a plain blank white card base. And then this one is a Flirty Flamingo card base and then a basic white card base. And you can see what I'm doing. I'm using my markers to spritz some ink. I'm not going to stop doing that. I think you can still buy some markers. They are in the last chance section. But once the markers are gone, that's it. So I'm going to construct all the cards all at once so you can kind of see what I'm doing. This is very similar to my series, The Same But Different. We have the same or similar components and we are going to put them in different ways, different designs. As soon as I started talking, I had to cough. So sorry. So as you can see, I'm using sort of a duller, maybe less vibrant card in the back, but then something loud in the front. And these two are sort of cattywampus. Even this one is a little bit cattywampus. We put the first card here on with just straight adhesive. And then the second one we put dimensionals on. And then this one is crooked or cattywampus. And then moving on to this one, I am putting the basic white card on and then both of the cards are going on straight. This is the straight and narrow Misty Moonlight card. And if you've ever picked up the Memories and More cards, this is exactly how I would use them. I'm a greeting card maker, like I said, and I don't scrapbook or memory keep very much. I have done so, but I end up, the first couple of pages are easy and then it's a struggle to do the rest. All right. So because after Christmas, you're kind of, you might be needing a lot of I guess, thank you cards. So this is Misty Moonlight, and I have chosen that for my 2 thank yous. And then this one I've inked up with Flirty Flamingo, and then I've used the thanks. I've inked up the thanks just with my stamp direct to the ink pad with crushed curry. So ink up with the Flirty Flamingo and then go straight over with the crushed curry. And you'll see the Flirty Flamingo is taken over by the crushed curry, and it makes a kind of a delightful 2-toned stamp that didn't take too long. So going from left to right, we have a garden green strip, a crushed curry strip, Flirty Flamingo strip, and a Misty Moonlight strip. So I'm taking my Seal Plus, that is my favorite adhesive, and I'm adhering everything kind of to the left with a little chunky end outside. Sometimes I get bored with sentiments. I need to be always sort of thinking a little bit out of the box. Sometimes I put a strip underneath and leave the top bare. Sometimes I use an angle cut, or maybe a fish end. This time I'm just using a blocky sort of bit, and on 2 of them I cut it off. So this garden green one, first of all, I stuck it to the table. You don't have to do that. Don't follow me, but if you want to, you can. So I left this one on. And then the next one, and these are all on dimensional. So I skipped over that part, guys, so that you can just see me putting everything together. So I took my little paper snips and snipped off that edge, and then I put that one nice and straight. So the first big thanks sentiment was cattywampus. This is sort of straight and narrow. This one is going to be straight and narrow. And so is the Misty Moonlight. Hang on, the cats are fighting. Oh, sorry about that. My kitties were having a little disagreement, and I had to leave you there for a second. I do apologize. Okay, so now we're going to go to the ephemera. So this is a bouquet, I guess, or a cluster of flowers that kind of go with it. I did put that on dimensionals. This one had a nice pink bow, and I just adhered that and left it. And then this one I'm going to use this little banner, and I thought about doing the butterfly. I thought about doing the flower. The thing is, the busy background swallowed them up. So I didn't end up using those little bits of ephemera. I still can use them for another project. But so you see this little flower here with the Misty Moonlight. I guess it would be the vine or the whatever. I end up taking it off and putting it on the big thanks, or the next one, the next card next to it. Sorry, here it goes. I didn't make much sense there. I did look around, and then I put it right by the banner, and it's stuck there. So it looks great. And then the green, garden green card, I used this lovely soft green leaves, and they were all dimensionalized, but I tucked them in and around so that it wasn't getting lost with the busy background. So hopefully that gives you a couple of hints how to use these cards. Memories and More cards, and some ephemera too. So I think they look pretty good. They're all different, but they're all kind of the same. I go in with Wink of Stella, and I just color over top of the cardstock because I'm still sort of a little bit in Christmas mode and I require glitter no matter what. So yes, so I'm a wink of Stella everything. And I do really, if somebody left a comment on the YouTube channel and said that it was my fault that they bought the Wink of Stella. And I think it's awesome. I think that if I can influence you to do one thing with Stampin' Up is to buy the Wink of Stella, because you will not be sorry. It is delightful. It's a lovely pen, and you can fill it up with water afterwards and it's still kind of sparkly water. I have some Wink of Stellas that I use just as paintbrushes until the brush gives out, but I do enjoy it. All right, so moving on, we are using those little non-adhesive back gems to decorate the card, and I will, you've seen me do this in the other cards. I sort of randomly place them, put glue down. This is multi-purpose glue. I call it Tombow. And then I take my take your pick tool and I stick the little flat end to the glue, and I use my pokey tool to hold everything down. So those are my 4 cards today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps me out. And if you want, you can leave me a lovely comment below. You can tell me which one was your favorite, left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. So bye for now.